What up, guys? Day 3, shoulders and arms. This one will be fun. Shoulders and arms is a fast-paced workout. You're going to notice that in this workout, you're going to be hitting your biceps, your triceps, your shoulders, one after the other. Boom, 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 set after set after set, in almost 2 rounds. There it is. So be prepared for that. I mean, it's definitely one of those workouts that you're gonna be huffing and puffing to finish it up, and you're gonna definitely need to be kind of pushing yourself, because at the end of the day, you'll be surprised how much you'll be sweating from just a resistance workout. Great workout though. It's actually, I gotta say, this is actually gotta be one of my top 3. I actually want to say this is my number 3 favorite, because it is a fun workout. It'll definitely kind of burn you a little bit. So make sure you're kind of getting those good technique. I'm gonna put this down for a second. Pre-workout. Make sure you're using good technique, and especially on some of these, especially on some of the shoulders and bicep movements, make sure you're not pulling with your back. You don't want to get hurt. And in reality, if you're pulling with your back, it should only be because you're on the last reps and you can't do it, or you're just probably using a little bit too much weight. And so for that, make sure that you're safe also. You don't want to get hurt. I mean, you really don't want to get hurt halfway through the process, or anytime during the process, really. So that's what's going on today. I guess some of you are witnessing me mix up the jack. Some of you notice that I'm actually, sorry if you can't hear me. Some of you will notice that I'm actually only taking jack on lift days, which is the plan. I don't really feel like I need it on some of the resistance days and some of the cardio days. And considering the fact that I'm not doing a whole lot of cardio, I don't feel like I need it just on the ab ripper days. I'm also not gonna take a full serving of jack for that. So I'm kind of not using jack on those days, which hopefully will keep me from getting used to it. But who knows? I will say that sucks. I will say that. Hold on. I will say that, your body does build up a tolerance to these pre-workouts rather quickly. I can't say the jacked does the same for me as it did the first round I took it, let alone the first month, because the first couple of days was awesome. I mean, it was like nothing, and now I think I built up a tolerance to it. Maybe it's because I was taking it every day, even, cardio workouts. So I don't know, to be honest with you, but I mean, everybody kind of goes through that phase where they're no longer as stimulated with it as they used to be. And then people move on to different pre-workouts. Thought about that. I just need to find a good one that's not just all filler. I'm still deciding what I'm doing for a pre-workout. Last time when I did the protein meal, that was completely too heavy, and I didn't touch upon that because of the because I was having camera issues. So it was way too heavy, though. I found myself kind of pausing a lot because I was really close to that point where I was going to throw all that stuff back up. Chest and back is a very intense workout, and you're going to notice that it's going to kind of push you a little bit. So eating something that heavy, 45 minutes to an hour beforehand is probably not the best option. And so you'll probably need to kind of eat something a little lighter. So today I'm going to do the jacked, probably a banana. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to do some whey protein. I think that might be a good idea, considering how my body hasn't protein in probably 10 hours. So probably be doing that, and then I'm gonna cut it short and then go work out. So I'll be back, and then while I wait for the jack, I'll be back. So let me prepare that, and see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, just had the pre-workout, the whey. It's kind of chilly in here. Pre-workout, the whey, and about half a banana. Just trying to get some sugars in there, that way I can get a little bit more energy, maybe help the jacked out, whatever. I will say this, I've noticed that my body kind of, yesterday I talked about how I was a little tight, chest-wise, and triceps and lats a little bit, and but just not really sore. And the weirdness is that today, day 2, is when I'm actually kind of sore. My pecs are kind of pretty sore, and it's just interesting that I'm getting the soreness, you know, the day after than you usually should, which is weird. But it has usually happened like this in the past, so I'm not really overly worried. Looking forward to today's workout though. Today's a fun one, because it is very fast paced. I mean, you're gonna notice you're gonna go biceps, triceps. Actually, you're gonna go shoulders, biceps, triceps. Then repeat that set, and then you're gonna move on to another set. I think there's a total of 5 sets. I have to look again, but there is a total of about 4 or 5 sets, and then you're gonna be hitting them all: shoulders, biceps, triceps. Repeat, then a new set of shoulders, biceps, triceps, and you're gonna go. So it's a very fast-paced workout. It ends up being about 62 minutes just for that portion of it, but it does go very fast-paced, and so you're gonna notice that very quickly. You're gonna be finishing as long as you're kind of pushing yourself. I mean, it's a very fast-paced workout, but it's a fun workout. It's actually I enjoy it. I gotta say, this one's probably in the top 3. It's gotta be my probably 3rd. Also, I gotta say, I do like the other arms workout is actually pretty fun too. But either way, this is a very fun workout. What else? What's going on with me? Kind of trying to dial in the diet. I was doing 3,000 calories before. It's a little bit more difficult now to try to get all the macros in how I'd like to get them. Before, when I was doing a 50-30-20 split, you know, 50 carbs, 30 protein, 20 fats, I was kind of, you know, able to freely use up most of those numbers for my carbs, as you could tell from the split. And so that was quite alright. I didn't have a big issue with it. But now that I'm doing like a 40-40-20 split, it's a little bit more difficult to kind of match the protein with the carbs. So I find that a little bit more difficult. I find myself having to track my meals very, very, very closely. One thing I'll probably invest in very soon is a scale, because I'm wondering whether or not I'm getting kind of those 6 to 8 ounces of protein that I should be getting per meal. So we'll be doing that shortly. Once I get to the point where, you know, I'm cooking back in bulk, the scale would kind of really help out, because I kind of portion everything based on the scale at that point. What else? The meals are going good though. Yesterday was one of the first days where I actually felt like I had a hard time eating the meals. You know, it's in it, you know, 3,000 calories is 3,000 calories. So I was eating very similarly to how I was eating before on round 4, and I was having a hard time eating them. So it's never happened. So at the end of the day, you know, it'll be interesting to see if I have a hard time with that. I mean, I've never had a hard time eating the calories before. I went from, you know, 1,900 calorie deficit to a 3,000, give or take, surplus, and did not have difficult day. Every single day I was able to kind of put down the food and it wasn't an issue. And that's a big jump. And so I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. We'll give it a couple more days. What else is going on? That's about it. I'm kind of trying to touch base with everybody on the contest, see how everybody's doing. I know a couple people. First days kind of hit them hard, and it will. The first days will hit you hard. You know, I joked about it before, calling it Hell Week. It kind of will be. The first 2 weeks will be. I mean, I described it on my site that the first 2 weeks, even though I had been lifting weights beforehand, the first 2 weeks felt like I got hit by a bus. It was. I found myself after the workouts, you know, the afternoons or whatever, just kind of hanging out on the couch and letting my body rest before I went to bed, because at the end of the day, you're exhausted. At the end of the day, your muscles are sore. I would imagine today, if you haven't been working out, your chest is probably sore from Monday. Your lats are probably sore. Your triceps are probably sore from all the push-ups. I'd imagine that your legs and especially your quads and your glutes are probably very sore from plyo. My first couple days with plyo only. Your calves are probably sore from plyo. I know on some of those, the double knee jumps, those will kind of kill you. So make sure your diet's in check. I can't say that enough. Eating well and sleeping enough is going to definitely help you recover faster, and it's going to help you get to a point where your body isn't hurting so much through these workouts and through this recovery periods. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. That's the one thing I can't say I'm doing right now. I'm kind of, last night, for example, I slept 2 hours and I woke up for no reason. And if anybody, you know, has been kind of doing this for a while knows that sleeping is very important. During those first 2 hours is when the growth hormone kind of surfaces and kind of helps you rebuild. So, you know, I gotta get my sleep in check, which I haven't found out how to do that yet. So that's kind of one of my priorities. I'm trying to give myself plenty of time to sleep, and so if I'm unable to kind of get good quality sleep, that will affect the results, and I'm aware of that. So, and I hope you are. So make sure that your diet, your training, and your sleep is in check. All three of those is a good. All three of those are very important for the results aspects. So yeah, but besides that, I'm doing good. Not overly sore, not kind of hurt, no nothing. Haven't pulled anything yet. Knock on wood. Nothing's wood in here. Damn. So that's what's going on with me. What else we got? So I'm gonna be checking up with everybody today. Today will be a good checkup day to see how everybody's doing, and got some cool stuff in the works. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Always feel free to do that. Feel free to like or put comments below, because I mean, I don't know how much you guys are liking these series, so feel free to like or favorite or comment. I'll keep putting them out. Like I said, I committed to doing this for 90 days, kind of showing you guys what it'll be like, what diets will be like. I probably should do more nutritional stuff, because you guys probably don't know what I'm doing or what I'm eating. It's a little bland right now. It's a lot of chicken breast, a lot of brown rice. Gotta get some pastas cooked up, because I'm actually kind of liking the pastas a lot right now. But it's about workout time, so we'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go take out some reps, and we'll see you guys post-workout. Kind of have some tips for you and some thoughts afterwards. All right, see you guys in a little bit. What up, guys? All right, shoulders and arms done. Exhausted. Let's look at my recovery drink. So, a couple things to kind of talk about. Technique. Really focus on, when you're going up, really just flex the bicep. You know, try to really get a good flex in it. I think that's going to end up getting you some pretty good results as far as kind of tears. Tears is what you want. Has to kind of get the muscle rebuilding. I'm going to be talking while I make my recovery drink here. I apologize, the lighting's kind of shitty. So make sure that you're flexing. Make sure that you're actually getting a good flex in the bicep. Same thing with a lot of the shoulder exercises. Make sure that you are actually sitting down and getting a really good extension on that shoulder and the arm. That way you're really triggering the shoulder. Otherwise, you might be missing out on some of the benefits. A little harder than I remember, but I mean, they always are when you go back into it. Make sure that you're really kind of getting the appropriate weight too. I mean, you should be, depending on whether you're doing 8 to 10 reps, 12 to 14 or whatnot, make sure that you got the appropriate weight so that you can actually get a burn. I mean, that's essentially what you want. You want to burn. I'm running out of creatine here. Better go pick some up. What else? I think this workout will surprise a lot of people. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a very good workout. I usually find that my triceps are usually getting killed on this one. I didn't feel, you know what, I've noticed that the jack isn't doing as much as it used to for me. I mean, especially, usually, if some of you guys have used pre-workouts, I'm getting the, you get the little, great, I made a mess. You get the tingling from the beta-alanine. I don't even get that anymore, which means that I'm building a tolerance to it, or probably just building a tolerance to it, actually. Now, one thing to think about is that, it's helping me in the sense that, hold on. I do throw ice in these. It makes it taste better. I can't open this. One thing the beta-alanine is really to give you the tingling. It's not going to give you the actual, probably, effects. That's the stimulants within the mix. But I will say it is kind of helping me with these morning workouts because I'm not a morning person and I tend to be very tired and slow in the morning. So it is kind of helping me get prepared for these workouts, which aren't easy, let's face it. No matter whether you're on round 1 or you're around like 15, you should be kind of pushing yourself and really getting to that point where you're, and I'm like shaky. You should push yourself every single time, and they're not going to be easy. They don't get easier, but the understanding and what you should be doing, I mean, is there. I mean, you kind of push yourself on your breaking points every time. The workouts are difficult, especially if you're doing them at the pace and the tempo that Tony kind of pushes you to. Take breaks as you need them, especially if this is your first time. I mean, my first time, I took breaks all the freaking time. And, I was, especially my cardiovascular system, especially my cardio sucked. I mean, it sucked. I was not able to keep up. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't even do anything. So make sure that you're taking breaks as you need them. Don't, push yourself past that point where you're going to pass out. Make sure you're drinking water. I will always say that. What else? I was going to tell you guys something. I need to start writing these things down during my workout. It'll come back to me. Let me go clean up a little bit. I'll be right back. Looking at some of these reps here, just kind of going back and looking at what I'm doing and what I've been doing in the past. And I mean, there's definitely some progression. One thing I can't stress enough is this workout is all about just kind of pushing and pulling. So make sure on those crunches, and not the crunches, sorry, the curls, make sure that you're really focusing on the biceps. Make sure there's proper technique, no swinging, no curvature to your back, straight back. Arms should be kind of curling inwards. Don't kind of swing your arms to get the weight up. If you're swinging, you're probably using too much weight, to be honest with you. So make sure that your proper technique, kind of straight back, just curl. One thing I will say, if you're getting up there on the reps, on the dips, modify. Make sure that you're kind of either lifting a leg, putting the legs up, and kind of trying to go deeper on it. Those got kind of easy. I started getting in the upper reps on those. My body just got used to my own body weight. And so what I suggest is if those are getting too easy for you, what I do is, some of you know that I have a weighted vest for my pull-ups. I actually just lay the weighted vest on my lap, and I'll just do it with it. So it does add some resistance, and I've noticed that, my reps had to go down. Once those go back up, then I have to look at other options, because I think I'm maxed out at 20 pounds for the vest. What else can I tell you guys while I have you here? Just make sure you have proper technique. That's very important. If you have to swing or kind of, do some exaggerated movement to get the weight up, you're probably shooting at too much weight. Now, if you're doing that on the last rep or two, then I could understand, only because you're probably at that failure stage. You should only have to do 1 or 2 of those, and that's only to really get the weight up on those last couple reps. And if you're doing that, make sure that you're really, really even trying to hold the weight up for a second, or really, 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 really flex that muscle. So even though you're on exertion, you can kind of get to the point where you're getting that burn. You're breaking down the muscle the most you can. If these are your first couple days of P90, I don't think you have an issue with that. You're going to definitely be sore, and you're definitely going to break the muscles down, because these are very intense workouts. I don't foresee anybody not having a hard time with these unless you're like already an athlete. And even then, you should have a pretty good workout. What else do I have for you guys? I did supplement the crouching Cohen curls only because I decided to kind of supplement those with just a straight bar curl added with some hammer curls, and just kind of try to rep those out as much as I can. I haven't been seeing as much burn or as much attachment haven't been able to really get a lot of burn off of those, and without really kind of needing to put a lot of weight where I don't feel that it's beneficial at that point. So I've kind of supplemented, which I'll do as I need to. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I can give you guys, but I mean that's pretty much for day 3. Once again, make sure you're drinking water, make sure your diet's in check. All your benefits are going to be dependent on those changes. I will say this: if you guys notice that I'm a little kind of slower on post-workout commentary, it's usually because I'm exhausted and I have probably nothing in me right now, considering the fact that I just woke up 2 hours ago and I am not a morning person. What else I have for you guys? Let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to like or favorite the video. Let me know if I can help you guys with anything. And if you guys want coaching, or if you guys are considering P90X, definitely contact me. I'm always there to help anybody who's starting out, especially because in the beginning this program will be very overwhelming, and most people are probably used to over-processed foods and aren't probably used to eating clean and eating healthy and eating how you should be eating, when you should be eating. So I mean, this will definitely be a paradigm shift for you. But anything I can do to help, just let me know. We'll be back tomorrow, kind of cover how I'm feeling, how things are going with the diet, and how we can tweak things. For those of you that are curious, I originally was using a flip to film these, and the flip was okay. I've had some issues with them, as many people have from what I've noticed. Now I'm using a GoPro Hero, and so we'll see if I like this format change. The wide angle lens definitely is a big change there, so we'll see how I like this in a couple days. I might change the format. I think I'm either shooting at 1080. I'm either shooting at 1080 or 740 or whatever that format is. Not sure if I'm liking the wide angle, but whatever. So yeah, a little tired. kind of keep pushing people. I mean, you'll notice that this is a very fast-paced workout. Talking about the workout again, this is a very fast-paced workout, and so you'll notice that it probably ends kind of sooner than you think it does, but it is 60-something minutes. So kind of push yourself and try to keep going as much as you can. Just don't get to the point where you're kind of passing out. One thing I will say, upright rows, make sure that you are using a weight that you can handle. I've gotten a lot of people that kind of talk about a pull in their traps. So it probably means either too much weight or you're kind of using it too much you're using your back too much to keep the weight in place. Get the proper weight. I mean, make sure that you're going up as high as you can. Elbows over your elbows should be higher than the weights themselves. But I'm gonna finish the recovery drink and kind of go take a shower. So once again, day 3, guys. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. If you guys want to see some changes to the videos or you guys want to see something different, let me know. I'll probably start kind of putting together a spreadsheet for you guys that kind of explains to you what I'm doing, how the workout's going, and what my plan is. I would, kind of ask for you guys to hold off until this point, to kind of do what I'm doing until I'm kind of done with the series, only because I want to see what kind of benefits I get from this versus my modified series in round 4. I'll put both of those together kind of in a spreadsheet and kind of break it down on what I did on each of them. And then depending on your body style, your metabolism, maybe I can recommend one over the other for you. So once again, day 3 is done. We'll see you guys tomorrow for day 4. Have a good one.